So anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on today, man. Well, not only today, man, for the past couple of days, and man, at the end of our Saturday broadcast, our president got shot at. Our ex-president got shot at, and then they tried to blame the crap on the Democrats. But the Democrats did the stuff. They come to find out he he had a voice in their caucus, and he he been running around with them, the MAGA folks. So I told my wife today, because we get up and have our coffee and stuff in the morning, and we sit down and we talk. And last night I kind of pissed her off. she come in, she come in the room and said, "They doing this with Trump. They doing this. They got this thing." I said, "I don't want to hear about that mess." She got mad, man, and ran out the room.
Yeah, I didn't watch a second of it.
She got mad at me, man. I know. Man, her whole demeanor just changed, man, like a windshield wiper. Wham! Oh. But I'm sorry now. This morning I got up and I had to apologize and say I was sorry. I didn't intend to hurt her feelings and stuff. just because I just got these people, they'll wear you out, man. You just get so frustrated, man. You get wore out and you don't know what the heck to do. You just, man, it can throw you into some mess, and it be, after a while, you just don't want to hear it anymore. You want to clear your head and be able to relax a little bit, and then come back into the battle, the heat of the battle again. So that's what I did. I relaxed that last night. Woke up this morning, he sipped on my coffee and everything, and then I was okay. I chilled out. I had to tell my wife, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run." Tell you I didn't want to hear that stuff. Oh man. But Ted, it's a shame, man, what's going on. Every day, man, it seems like something is happening. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day, man, there's some headlines coming up in the news. Then they come around here, and now they trying to tell old Bob Mendez and stuff, "Man, you got to go." They done convicted. They finally convicted him now of a crime.
They convicted him?
Yeah, they convicted him. Yep, he was found guilty. The jury found him guilty. so they so the Democrats telling him he got to go.
Why? Why, Ed?
He done committed a crime
I'm just talking about him. Why?
because we're supposed to be honorable. We're supposed to have integrity. And when somebody uh, gets convicted and everything of a crime, you lose the right to become a public official to represent the people of your state or your district or whatever, because you have embarrassed yourself out there. So that job, you have taken it, and you have, hey, according to the Democrats, he's not qualified now anymore to do anything at all. He needs to resign. So some felons can run for president, and some felons get thrown out. Oh
Going
man.
to jail?
Well, I don't know if he's got as much money as Trump does, or people are giving him as much money as Trump has gotten, but it has been proven for a fact that you got enough money, you can stay out of jail. Got enough money, you can stay out of jail.
Yeah, that's true.
You got enough money, you can stay out of jail. And it must be true because R. Kelly, I guess they getting ready to let him out.
Well, he's been in there for a while now.
He's been in it for a while, but he's supposed to be in the line longer than that. They had already said something happened in the case, but I didn't even look at it because I didn't want to hear it. It was just too much. I just didn't even look at it. All I saw was that whatever happened, one of those appeal courts and everything threw something out. And so I don't know if they're going to have to retry him or what the heck goes on, but he's supposed to be getting out.
Well, good for him.
Yep. But that's the way it is, man. You got money, you can do what you want to do. You can get out of anything, get out of trouble. That's the way it is. Our justice system is it's not only it doesn't it's not no longer just us, is who can pay, just the ones who can pay. So, oh man, so I don't know. I'm just frustrated here. I'm trying to figure out what the heck going on and get some balance here, so I can get ready for this run, because starting next month here, it's going to get hot out there in this daggone election, and we still got some folks who want to throw Biden out, tell him he got to go, but he's getting a few celebrities and stuff out there. My wife told me this morning that old D.L. Hughley been making the rounds, and he's defending Biden. He's calling all them folk who want to throw him out cowards. So I don't know. He, he told the actor he was a coward by putting that op-ed on in the New York Times, telling Biden he ought to leave. He said he's a coward. He should have left that alone. He should leave him alone, even though the guy's older and stuff. And it looks like, for whatever it is, I don't know what's going on, but you can look at his face, man, while he's out there now, and he's changed a lot. I don't know what they're doing to him. I don't know what they're hyping him up with, but he's starting to look like he's a little bit younger now.
Yeah, well, he got a purpose.
Yeah, he like deer in the headlight. And one of the arguments that D.L. Hughley said was, so what, his age, if he can't make it, if he can't do it, we have an absolute qualified vice president who can step in and take his place, and she can do an excellent job. But the MAGA folks and everybody else, they don't want no woman up there in the White House running
No.
the show. They don't want no woman up there. She ain't no woman got no business up there in the White House running nothing. They got mad when B.O. was there because he was black. They definitely said they don't want no woman up there doing nothing. So he has a valid argument with our folks, and maybe a few of the brown people, and maybe a few of them liberal white folks might say, okay, but he's fighting an uphill battle with the rest of them, because when you start mentioning Kamala Harris being a heartbeat to the seat, they don't like that. But I don't know, Ted. See, they can pull this off here. I don't know, but they can pull this off. I think if the party and stuff gets off of him and leave him alone and back him up and do what they need to do to help him to win and forget about what they think and what a few other people and stuff are saying and just get out there. And their job is to get people to vote. Come out there and vote. Yeah, and Kamala has a lot of black women, man, who, we, they gonna vote for her. So you got them in your corner. The MAGA folks and stuff, they only about what, 35% of the population, 35% of the voters. So all you need to get is a few more independents and stuff behind you, along with your normally secure people of color votes and women of color votes. You might be able to pull this off.
That's true. I mean, I'm hoping, but we gotta stop playing. I mean,
Yeah,
this is some serious stuff, bro.
right. That's all it is. You just gotta stop. Everybody needs to stop and gather up their thoughts and say, hey, the man ain't going nowhere. So if he ain't going nowhere and you don't want old yellow hair or orange hair to win, then buckle down and start fighting. And get out there on that thing and start fighting and commit yourself to saying that this man is the better choice. What are you looking at? You sit down there, you compare an old man, and then you got another old man and a liar. So there's two old men, and one of them's a liar. So, and you know that. So, who you gonna vote for? The old man who gonna tell the truth, or the old man who gonna lie? Cause Trump ain't too far away from Mr. Biden as far as age is concerned. He's not that far away. He's just been a little bit stronger, and whatever that they put in his Coca-Colas and everything to keep him going. Oh man. And I don't believe he's going to get a lot of sympathy votes because somebody tried to shoot his ass. He's looking for a few sympathy votes out there and everything. Yeah, they tried to kill me, but I'm still here. And I damn sure hope history doesn't repeat itself. Because you know what happened in the 80s, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what happened. The only difference is that he was the president. This other son of God ain't the president yet. Well, he was, and now he's not. So I hope history doesn't repeat itself. Because man, they put him in office with a landslide after that boy tried to kill him. Oh man. But
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was getting ready to kind of change the subject here a little bit because, as you said this morning when you text me and stuff, I got a lot of stuff to be saying and talking about. So I was going to change the subject just a little bit. Oh man, when I get up and I read articles and everything, the other day I read this article about predatory lending. Now, most of our audience and stuff who are people of color who are going to be watching it, because I don't expect any white folks to come on there, the YouTube, and and listen to what we got to say on our show. The only thing we're looking for is our people to come on and believe that we got something to give them. And early in the year, we were seeing advertisements on television about people who can get their paycheck 2 days earlier. All you need to do is sign up and we'll give you your paycheck 2 days earlier. Now, if somebody going to give you money for your paycheck that you still haven't gotten yet, they're looking to make some money off of you. A lot of money. Now, our legislative branch of government and stuff has put handles on predatory lending because a lot of people were getting into those loans and stuff and everything, and they were doubling up on loans and doubling up on loans. So they have a law out says that you can't have but so many loans from these institutions. So they slow them down because most of these loans is come with 150% interest on them.
Mm.
That's a lot. That's a lot. You borrow $1,500. By the time you through with it, you paying back pretty close to $4,000 or more.
Wow.
And people come out and they're constantly getting these loans because they need the money to keep afloat. So they float themselves along, then they go float themselves another loan. So the law says, no, you can't do that. You can only have so many of these loans within a certain period of time. So there's a group out there now that we find out called ALEC. You know who you know who those folks are, right?
Oh yeah.
You know who ALEC is. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of folks out there probably know who ALEC is. They are a group of companies, and corporations, and stuff and everything that lobby our state and our federal legislators to put laws out there that's in their favor. So now they are trying because somebody came up with this bright idea to let people have. Now they get paid on Thursday, most of them Thursday or Friday. So they allow them to come in on Wednesday morning and get money early for their check, and they give them the money and then they get their check. So because most people are now trying to tag it as predatory lending, Alec is trying to politic the government to tell them that this is not a predatory loan. So they're saying that people can get as many of these loans as they want. And their friends and their loan and these lenders and stuff out there are making a killing off of these people who are coming in there and getting these loans just because they want their money a day or two early. Doesn't make any sense to me, Ted, that you can't wait 24 or 48 more hours to get the money that's due you. All of your money. All of it. Not just get it early and give these people 10 or 20% of what you're getting. So if your check is $200 and you get the early loan, they want $20 from you or $25 out of your money. So instead of you getting your $200, you get $175 or $180 that you work for. All you got to do is wait. Put that money in your hand and hold on to it. Wait just a little bit longer. You can buy several loaves of bread. You can buy some bologna or some sauce meat, whatever they call that stuff. Hog head cheese, a few packets of hog head cheese with them $20. But this is another form of people who have money to be predators and stuff on people who can't afford it. Take their money. These people can't afford to let you have their pennies and you making millions of dollars. And now they constantly taking things from poor people. And the poor people are giving it to them. Because most of your legislators, they're going to say, well, if they're dumb enough to give it to them, let them take it. If they're dumb enough to give it to them, let them take it. So no matter what we do or what we say out there to tell our folks and stuff to hold on to what they got, keep it in their hands for just 2 days, you're going to make money. Or you're going to be able to keep your money in your hand. We can't do it. So how do we save our folks, Ted? How do we save our people? I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, I'm going to give you a how to, but I just want the people to know that ALEC, they call it ALEC, American Legislative Exchange Council, who is mostly backed by the Koch brothers,
And a lot of other companies too now. Don't just
Oh yeah,
target the Coach. There's a lot of other companies too.
But
Yeah,
mostly the Koch brothers.
AT&T is a lot of them out there, man, who are sponsoring these folks.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
right. But the thing is, they've been around for 51 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they are lobbyists. They go around and recruit people to run for school boards, state legislation, and state senate, and all that stuff. And they recruit people to be for the conservative side in any way that they can control the states. Most of these people are for monetizing everything. They don't want the government to really be involved in nothing. You know, they want to sell everything. That's their whole purpose. You know, and they're very effective because they've been around so long. They have a budget of almost $10 million, and they distribute that $10 million all kinds of ways. I don't know how many employees they have, but the bottom line is that, to answer your question, when you think about it, let's say a person makes $400 a week.
Mm-hmm.
They get paid every 2 weeks. Maybe they might have a partner or a wife or a husband, roughly making the same thing. They got rent to pay, food to buy, expenses. So sometimes these people have, if they have rent to pay and it's due on the 13th or the 12th and they get paid on the 15th, they got to pay their rent, because if they late, they're going to pay $50 a day or $100 a day for a late fee.
It's usually not that much, Ted. That's that they
Well,
don't allow.
I'm just giving an estimate.
Yeah. Yeah, they
But
pay a lot now.
the bottom line is that people have to do what they have to do. But the thing is that because it is available, it helps them out. Now, yeah, they getting taken $25, $50, whatever. However, it is available to them. It's a free market. Money is a free market. Labor, they using their labor, and then they get paid, and then they get the money in advance, and that check goes directly to them. So the bottom line is that it's keeping them out of trouble. But the thing is that it is our job, if you're able to do that, is to stay ahead of the game. That means you got to sock away $10, $20, $30, $40 every time you get paid, put it in the bank. Or another way, you say, how can we as a Black American do? We should have more black banks. Where if I want to do a loan, a short-term loan with very little interest, 5%, 10% or whatever, then I can go into the bank and I say, okay, I need $500 to help me pay my rent or to help me pay this or that. They make it available. And they're making a little small $10 or $15, $20 to do that. I mean, this is, like I say, we live in a capitalist world. Everything is monetized. And people have to pay their rent regardless when they get paid, or they have to keep their lights on. At least they want to keep their lights on. So if they get behind on their lights, they're going to need that money because they don't want their lights to be cut off and they got 2, 3 kids in the house. So I would say yes, it's predatory lending, but thank God it's available for them because people get in the jam. Everybody don't bring home $6,000, $7,000 every 2 weeks. So they have to do what they have to do in order to survive. Survival, and then something comes up, they get a better job, whatever, some money comes in some kind of way, and they get ahead of the game. But the point is that at least help them keep their head above water. I remember when I used to work at the bank, and I'm talking about all kind of people, white, Black, Asian, Latino. And because I was pretty popular, I mean, people would come talk to me at my desk, and they say, "I need to borrow $200."
Borrow how much?
$200.
Oh wow!
We don't do no $200 loans, bro.
No, I haven't. I don't know a whole lot of people did that I would loan $200.
Yeah, we don't do no $200 loans.
No.
I just need $200 loan so I can pay my whatever.
Well, were they asking for the bank's money or your money?
Bank's money.
Oh,
What
the
are they
bank's
asking
money.
my money for?
Oh, the bank for them. The bank's money. Okay. I thought you were talking about your money.
No, why would they want to ask my money? I ain't giving them.
They want to borrow $200 from you.
So they, I say, I apologize. The minimum loan that we would do is $1,000. And that's hard to get because really they want, the banks want 10,000 loans, $10,000 loans, $100,000 loans, and that's based on your credit worthiness. So, and I would be upset that these people couldn't get loans.
Why would you become upset?
Because man, I heard some sad stories. I used to sit 30 minutes, 45 minutes hearing their stories, bro. There's a lot of people out there fall short. in all kinds of ways, and they need cash. So what I did, I gave them two choices. I gave them places they can go to try to get cash, or I'll send them to what they call is, I forget what you call it, pay for loans or whatever you call those, and you can get $200, $300, $500, and to help them out until they get on their feet. So, but the banks ain't doing nothing for you. The banks is all out about them. That's all that's about. How much money I can get out of you. If I can charge you 8% on a mortgage or a line of credit or a second.
So you think because someone is going to be 2 days late paying their rent, that is worth it for them to go and
I
get
didn't say
one?
that.
What
I
you
didn't
say?
say that. What I said is, see, everybody, once you become an adult, 18 or over, and you take care of yourself, you have your own apartment, whatever, and you're an adult, people have to make their own decisions on how their finances. Now, what I usually do is I sit down to younger people, what I used to do, and teach them about a budget. And we'll go down and how much you make and what you have to pay here, blah, 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 blah. How much you bring home. I give them all the little details on that and say, okay, now you have disposable cash of $200 a month. What you doing with that $200? Oh man, I go out, I do this, I do that. I say, well, you can't do that. You got to give yourself, you got $200 left over. $100 of that got to go into savings. Now, if you want to go out and party, you only got $100. And that's where you got to live until you make more money. When you start making more money, then you can up that up a little bit. But you can't be going out spending $200 and you don't have it. And then you run short.
Well, they got it, but they shouldn't be spending it.
No, that's correct.
Okay, they have it, but they shouldn't be spending it. Or
they have a disposable income of $200.
Or they don't have it, all of it, and then they go and use their credit cards or something to buy what they don't have.
No, some of these people don't even have credit cards, bro.
They don't have credit cards.
No.
Well, how do they expect to get a loan from anybody?
Here's the thing: when people come in, what they have is secure credit cards. You put $100 down on the card, and they give you $300. So they give you a $300 credit. What you do is you keep that credit card, you use it, pay for it, and you build your credit up. After a year, they'll increase it to $1,000.
You mean the bank does this?
Yes.
Do they ask them to back up that $100 if they increase it to $1,000? Do they ask them to back?
No.
Back it up?
No.
They still only going to have to leave the $100 up there as a deposit.
No, the $100 you didn't spend because you didn't use that credit up. What I'm saying is, you're using the credit card up and you paying for it and you keeping it down low. That's part of whatever. So the bottom line is that after a year, they automatically bump you up to $1,000 after you use that credit card enough to build your credit up.
And you continue to pay your bills, right?
You pay the bill.
You have to pay your.
Keep it low. I just tell them to keep it low. Don't overuse it. Don't go spend it right up to $300. Keep it to about $100 every. You can use the $200, but keep it down to $100 and Always pay that credit card off. Then after a year, you're gonna bump it up to 1,000. I used to have so many people coming to me and thank me for giving them that kind of advice.
Oh, okay. Now, how much interest is on these credit cards they got
Oh, I
at
don't
your
remember
bank
what
account?
kind of interest
Yeah.
it was.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, yeah, they do it right now today. Secure credit cards, and
Secure
some
credit card.
people don't even qualify for that.
Why?
Their credit score is so bad. So then, what I used to do, I would give them the address, the telephone number to all the credit things. I used to have, all my little things to help people. So I would have a list of, a pile of credit things. All I got to do is pull it out of my file and give them the list of all the credit agencies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell them exactly what to do, get their credit reports. You don't need me, but if you want to, you can come see me and I'll help you build your credit up. But you
Mm-hmm.
really don't need me. All you got to do is look at your credit score and see what. A lot of them don't even have credit. So you got to have credit to get credit.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to build your credit. So once you build your credit up and you get it up to 700, 730, then you're in good shape. You qualify, you get to save some money, you get your card and all that stuff. So a lot of times people, what we call is financial illiteracy. People don't have the financial wherewithal, and they don't teach this in school. They don't even teach checking accounts and all that stuff. Maybe they do, I don't know. But none of them have checking accounts. You should have a checking account by the time you're 16, 17 years old. Savings account, all that. So that's the problem. Like a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I got first-hand experience at that with my grandson. Man, yeah, yeah. But a lot of times, Ted, most people out there have no idea that what other people are going through and stuff, and and to what extent that they will go to get money, rob banks, do something, rob other people, break into houses, whatever, just to get some money so they can go in their pocket, not knowing that there are other avenues and stuff in which to go instead of going out. I think that the predatory lending and stuff that they got going on now, someone ought to make that unconstitutional to go after poor people. I think that's the worst thing in the world to go out there. And that's okay. You're right. We are in a capitalistic society, but to give people who are worth millions of dollars or who working six-figure jobs and everything, and they have a whole lot of money, and they go into the bank and they'll give them a 4 or 5% interest loan, but then turn around and the next person who walks in the door and everything, and they're only making $45,000 or $50,000 and everything, and they ask for a loan, they're going to double the amount of interest rate that they're going to charge them on that loan. And I understand that um, there's
Well,
a
it all
risk.
depends on their credit score, bro.
There's a risk. There's a
No,
risk that they.
you just made a statement that's false.
What's that?
It all depends on your credit score.
No, no, no. I've seen people coming in with good credit scores, Ted, and they still give them high interest rates loans.
Well, I mean, what? Well, I don't know where that is coming from, because if your credit score and let's say, depending on how much you borrowing, if you borrowing only $25,000 and your income is $50,000 and your credit score is 730, that's automatically in the computer. Nobody's making that decision, bro, but the computer. The
Well,
database, the software is doing that.
I know for a fact that that is happening.
Okay, well,
People are
I mean,
making,
if you
yeah,
know that for a
they
fact,
are
that's
making,
fine. I'm just
yeah.
telling
I don't know for
you,
a fact
everything
that
is
that's
done.
happening, and the credit
Everything.
score is even higher than 730.
I'm just telling you. I don't know who they're dealing with, but what I'm saying is that the person, everything is done by the computer. The software is set up that nobody, because it's a discrimination. That's a suit. That's a lawsuit, bro. If they're doing something like that, you
I've seen it.
discriminating against somebody.
I've seen it.
Well, they should have set up a lawsuit.
Hmm.
Can nobody give you a higher interest rate than somebody else? Everybody has to be treated the same. That's the law. And if they're
Well,
not, then that's a lawsuit.
well, it is definitely not happening.
Now, if you're talking about hard money, that's a different story.
What do you mean hard money?
Well, hard money is their legitimate business, but they can charge you what interest rate they want to charge you.
So you saying hard money are those places that charging juice loans or whatever?
I don't know what you call it. I mean, I just call it hard money.
You
And
call it
they're
hard money?
legitimate
Oh, okay.
businesses. They're legitimate business and they can charge you 25, 30, 40%.
That's hard money. Okay, that's
Yeah.
something I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to remember that. I usually keep notes on
Oh,
that.
it's available, man. They got so many of them, it's ridiculous.
Hard money. Okay, I'm keeping notes on that. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I do think it's kind of ridiculous and stuff for people to charge other folks 50% juice loan money and stuff on in these little shops that they have that are targeted into our community. They are there, and they know that these are places where they need to go to make money, where they charge people whatever they want to charge them as far as how much money they got, which you call it hard money.
Well, have you ever, years ago when I was single, have you ever went to a pawn shop?
Yep. No, 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 no. I ain't went to a pawn shop to do nothing. No, I don't negotiate with no pawners, no pawn people.
Well,
I was
when I
thinking
was
that
single, I was crazy. I used to overspend my paycheck.
you
And
would.
I'll run short.
Okay. And you
But
pawn something?
I had this little TV that wasn't worth no more than $50.
Okay. And you
And the
pawned
pawn
it.
shop guy, once a month, maybe every other month, I'll run short. And I'll take that TV in there and he'll give me $50.
For a TV. That
And he'll
ain't that
hold
just
it until I get paid. And he'll charge me $20, whatever, to get my TV back. I'll pay
get
the
your
50 and
TV
it'll be
back.
$70. And
Yeah.
so I get my TV back. That was an emergency on my stupidity because I'm out there partying, want to have a good time, dating girls and that kind of stuff. Because I ran out of money. So what
I
I'm saying is, I said that for this reason. There are people that's out there that has a real legitimate reason for emergency loans. That's all I'm saying. Now you can down it, you can criticize it, but there are
I'm
people that have emergency loans. They need those loans so that they can get by, where they don't have to be begging to somebody else because they already got a job, they got a car, they got a place to stay, but they need an emergency loan to get them over until they get paid again. And I'm not knocking that because everybody runs into tough times. And that's a good thing. I mean, I don't like the high interest rates, but that's the way it is. Everybody, is not disciplined.
Well,
There are people who are just not disciplined. It's a learning experience. And
yes.
some people, that's the way they live. Like I say, when I had that emergency, I had that little $50 TV.
I'm sorry, Ted, but I haven't got that way. Ever since I was a little boy, I always had some money in my pocket.
I did too. I always had money in my pocket.
My mother,
but I always overspent my money, bro.
I didn't. I didn't do. I never overspent my money. I always kept, ace in the hole somewhere. I had a rabbit hole that I put some money into. I'd be like them squirrels and stuff. They'd be out there. Every year, come spring, they start storing away them nuts and stuff in the little squirrel holes. They have a bunch of them, and then the wintertime hit, then they can go out and hit them squirrel holes, and they can still eat.
Well, that's what's so great about America, bro. None of us are the same.
Yep,
we're not the same. Everybody's different. So there are people that work 2 and 3 jobs. There are people that just gonna work 1 job. There are people that might work 2 jobs. There are people might work part-time. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's different. And the point is that it's all about living their life the way they want to live it. And we might not agree with it, but that's their life. But there are people that really have legitimate hard times. They run into hard times. They might have lost a job. They might have got sick and couldn't work, and they don't get paid. It's all kind of circumstances, bro. So, everybody's just can't have a job and save their money and build up their cash and all that stuff. Maybe they're only making $10 an hour, whereas somebody else is making $25, $30 an hour or more. So, you have to look at, everybody's circumstances is different. And the reason why I think this way, feel it because I done talked to hundreds, thousands of people in my lifetime. And experience, I'm talking about all colors, all races, all ethnic groups. Everybody's the same, bro. Ain't no difference. They all have financial issues. Some of them are doing great, some of them are doing poorly. And everybody don't have that discipline, bro.
Yeah, man. But I guess I was raised up a heck of a lot different than anybody else because I believe what my mom told me.
Well, that's good. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good.
You save something every day. I don't care if it's a penny. Put it in the bank and save it. Do you know, man? I have jars of money, man, all over the house. I put my little come home. I got a penny, a nickel, a dime. There's a whole bunch of them around here, around the house. I stuck them all into the closet.
Well, see, when I was a teenager and I was in my early 20s, I used to like to go out. I used to go to plays, concerts, parties. I had to look good. I had to dress well. Had to have my hair cut just right. See, you went into that.
Put them Stacey Adams on.
You went into that, bro. No. See, that's what I'm saying. See, there are people that, like myself, when you into certain things and lifestyles that you like, then it's a price. And here I am. I'm working in a warehouse in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna have me a good time. I'm gonna be dressed. I'm going to the Playboy. Hey, look here. I'm going to the Playboy Club.
The Playboy Buddy Club.
The Regal. I'm going to the Regal Theater. I'm going to the Schubert Theater. I'm going all these places, buying my tickets. I'm having a good time, bro. I'm dating girls. I ain't got a pot to piss in, but hey, I gotta take that $50 TV. We all different.
Take it to the pawn shop. I'll take that $50 TV to the pawn shop. That
I gotta
man
get
must have
$50 if I want to get back and forth to work.
that man must have showed like you. He gave you $50 for a TV worth $50.
Dude, man, I just spent $400 buying me this nice pair of slacks and jacket.
It went down to Jewtown and Jew somebody down, huh?
There you go. There you go, bro. Tell me.
And
So
folks out,
everybody's different, man. Everybody's lifestyle is
and
different. Everybody, I say I ain't working just to be working. I gotta work to have me some fun.
yeah, well,
Enjoy my life.
and
And I had fun, bro.
and for those people out there who don't understand about Jewtown, that's where most of the people on the south side of Chicago went to shop at on Fridays and Saturdays and stuff. They kept them using money.
Well,
go out them shops down there in Jewtown, walk in, pick out your little stuff, and then you tell them how much is this? How much? How much? You tell you the price and everything, and then you say, all right, get down to what you is, and say no tax. No tax, because it's all the money you had in your pocket. Couldn't pay no taxes. He said, okay, no tax.
I'm telling you, bro. I mean, like everybody got their own little lifestyle, but I'm talking about there are people that have legitimate reasons to do those things because they've fallen short, not because that they've done something wrong. It's just that they don't have enough money coming in.
Well, Ted, I guess you guys were fortunate then because that didn't happen to me. I didn't do that. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I was very frugal.
Well, you was one of them disciplined good boys. You was disciplined.
I was very frugal and everything, but
He was very frugal.
Very frugal.
All the time I was frugal when I wanted to get me a car and save my money.
Yeah.
That's the only time I was frugal.
Well, for those who want to be frugal, save your penny and your nickels and your dimes, put them in a jar somewhere for a rainy day. It'll work out. I'm telling you, it doesn't save me. I go and find me a jar. If I run out of money, I find me a jar and go get one of them jars and cash it in and stuff, and I got some money in my pocket. But there's still about 3 or 4 other jars and stuff around there, and I shouldn't be telling everybody like this because I don't want nobody to watch the YouTube channel here and say, shoot, I'm finna go to the bishop's house. I'm gonna rob him because he got he got some jars of money around there that he done told us about. Oh man. I'm sorry. People, we at the end of our show here. Me and Theodore, we just love this. I know I do. I look up and man, I be seeing that time rolling by and everything. So, oh man, I'm having fun.
Well, I'm glad I gave you a good laugh, bro, because I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, man.
But the one thing I'm gonna say in my last statement, I'm gonna just say this.
But Ted, I did not realize that that's what you did, man. You was into having fun because most of the time when I saw you, you was out there playing basketball on the basketball court, and that was it. That's all I saw. But I didn't know that you had a penchant to go out there and spend your money.
You didn't know who I hung with, bro.
So you and Harold Smith. So you and Harold would go out there and
Harold, y'all. Floyd Hudson.
Floyd Hudson. Oh man.
Shoot. We go to Jewtown every Friday, every
Every
Saturday.
Friday, y'all die Utah by summer. Man, old Floyd. Oh,
But
I ain't
the
heard from
thing,
Floyd in a
the
long
thing
time.
is, the thing is that once you become, like mature enough to do what you got to do, the main thing is get your credit in order, build credit, and then set aside. Always try to, once I start growing, live off of 70, invest and save the 30%.
Mhm. Did you hear that,
That's,
people? Invest and save 30%.
yeah, 30%, invest and save, and live off of 70%.
Live off the
It's
70
a
and
very
save the
simple
30.
formula.
Right. You got it's real simple. You got $100, you save 30, you spend $70.
Yeah,
You keep doing that for 4 or 5 years, you're gonna have a lot of money saved up.
that's right.
A whole lot of money can be saved. Their bank account gonna start rising, rising, rising. And then you know what you're gonna have to do once that baby starts rising. You're gonna have to tell all your friends, don't tell them nothing about what you done saved up because they coming to get it.
Don't
They're
even
gonna
talk
be
about
begging you.
money.
They're gonna be begging you. They're
Don't
gonna be
talk
begging
about
you.
money.
They're gonna
Don't tell
come
your
begging.
business.
Yeah, they're gonna
Don't
come
tell them what you're
begging.
doing.
Cannot do that because they're gonna come to get that money. They find out you got it.
They're
Somebody,
gonna beg.
they're gonna beg
And a
for
lot
it.
of times you can't turn them down.
Can't turn it down because they know you got it. They know you got it. They coming. They knocking on them doors. I'm going over there and I'm gonna beg this money out of him. And they can come up with some sad stories.
That's true, Woo, make it hard.
Make you cry.
Make your heart.
Make you cry. You be going down there pulling that money out the bank and giving it to them. And you'll never see it again. So my thing is, Ted, you all got Ted, 70-30. Mine is save your pennies, nickels, and dimes. They're going to add up too. Not as fast as 30%, but they're going to go up. It's going to go up. I know because I've saved a lot of money in pennies, nickels, and dimes. I'm telling you, I done saved a lot of money. So anyway, anything else, Ted?
That's about it. I mean,
That's about it.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. As long as you keep a job. You got to keep a job, though. And always try to improve yourself to get a better job to make more money. It's that simple.
And
not that hard.
And speaking of jobs, my dad would always tell me, but son, you're never going to get rich working for somebody else.
Woo! There you go. That's the truth there.
You're never going to get rich working for somebody else because I don't care how good that job is and everything. You can walk in there one day and the old boy might decide he's going to close the place down and you ain't got nothing. So if you can work for yourself, you got enough gumption out there to work for yourself and you got enough stuff going for you, work for yourself if you got a chance. Do that. You're going to, because at least you know that your job is going to be there if you're working for moi. So anyway, people, we at the end here. So you all take those little nuggets, those little squirrel advices and everything, and use them. And I guarantee you it's going to help. Talk to you guys later. Bye.